Hello once again, and welcome to today's That's English.
Hi.
What's in there, Annabelle?
Oh, just some things I'm going to take to the charity shop.
What sort of things?
Oh, you know, clothes I wish I'd never bought, books I've had for years and never read.
Can I have a quick look?
Yes, of course.
What's wrong with this?
Well, nothing, but I've got 5 of them.
Charity shops are great. Today they sell everything, even household goods, like fridges and furniture.
Some things are second-hand, but you can also find things that are new.
Yes, like Annabelle's hairdryer. That's why our society is called the Throwaway Society, because people buy things and throw them away.
Charity shops sell these things and raise money for good causes.
Yes. In today's documentary, we're going to talk to someone who works in a charity shop.
As you watch, try to answer this question. Why are there more charity shops on the high street?
There are many ways to raise money for charity. People do sponsored runs, swims, and bike rides. Others may grow a moustache, sell their old and unwanted items in car boot sales, or take part in national charity events like Red Nose Day. But perhaps the greatest symbol of Britain's commitment to raising money for good causes is the charity shop. The first modern charity shop was opened in 1948 by Oxfam, and now there are almost 10,000 charity shops in Britain. Lou Josland works in a charity shop for the YMCA Central Hearts in southern England. First of all, we asked her how charity shops function.
People bring donations to us, or we collect them from homes and businesses.
Modern charity shops sell anything from old vintage clothes and household goods to new specially made products. They sell books, CDs, and toys. Some sell furniture, and others sell fair trade goods. About £170 million is raised every year by British charity shops.
The money goes to charity. In our case, it provides shelter for the homeless in the area. Most of our shop staff are volunteers, so that means the money, the profit, goes to the people that we're trying to help.
One of the results of today's throwaway society is that many people donate items that they have only worn once or used once or twice.
Thank you very much. When they first started, charity shops were just for poor people. Now everybody shops in them because they're great value for money. They're bright and organised just like any other normal shop. You can buy high fashion or retro styles.
Charity shops also play an important role in recycling.
Charity shops are important because people now understand the need to recycle. They can do this by donating or buying second-hand goods from our shops.
Today, there are more charity shops on the high street than ever before. This is partly because they pay less tax than other businesses. Some people think that this is unfair because it makes ordinary shops less competitive. But most people believe it's better to have charity shops rather than empty businesses.
So, these shops raise £170 million every year.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And the people who work in them are usually volunteers.
Yes, often they're retired people.
So, now to our question. Why are there more charity shops on the high street?
Let's just see it again.
Today, there are more charity shops on the high street than ever before. This is partly because they pay less tax than other businesses.
So the answer is it's partly because they pay less tax than other shops.
Some people think that's unfair, but many people go to them because they're such good value, because they're cheap.
Of course, there are other ways to raise money for good causes apart from charity shops.
Some people have bake sales where they sell cakes.
So let's find out about fundraising around the world. We asked, which are the most popular and effective ways of raising money for charity in your country?
Let's have a look.
In Canada, it's very popular to raise money for charity through runs. A lot of organisations will have runs during the summertime usually.
Charity giving is a big thing in Scotland. In recent years, there have been a lot of self-help groups in local communities raising funds for local issues.
There are lots of fundraisers, so I think probably having a banquet or when you're younger, having a bake sale or a car wash would be really popular as well.
The most popular way to raise money for charity now seems to be through TV and radio. We have a thing called the Red Nose Appeal where people do comedy acts, but they raise millions and millions of pounds for charity.
I think the lottery, the South African lottery, is one of the biggest ways of collecting money. And that, again, is fairly new. It hasn't been around for a long time.
A great way to raise money for charity would be the marathon in England. A lot of people raise a hell of a lot of money by running the marathon.
Wow, what a lot of different ways there are to raise money.
Yes, several people mentioned charity runs and marathons.
And bake sales, car washes, the lottery, of course, and even comedy acts.
Right, now it's time for That's Britain. In today's episode, Elizabeth visits the city of Bristol.
Bristol is a great place, but it has problem areas, just like any big city.
Like the Bear Pit subway, which goes under a main road.
Yes, there was a lot of crime there, but local residents have been trying to change that.
I wonder what they've done. Can you answer this question? What did local residents do to improve the Bear Pit subway?
Let's find out.
Hello, I'm in Bristol, and this is the City Harbour. It used to be a major port until it became too small for modern ships and cargo. Now it's a tourist attraction with museums, galleries, exhibitions, bars and nightclubs. So girls, can you tell me why you came to Bristol today?
For like the museums and the harbour and all the boats.
Lots of fun things to do, aren't there?
Yeah. Lots of colour.
Galleries and cafes.
Suspension bridge.
It's a great day out.
This ship is the SS Great Britain. She was built here in Bristol, and when she was launched and went out to sea in 1843, she was the largest ship in the world. The SS Great Britain was designed by Brunel, Britain's most famous engineer, and I'm very lucky today to have him here with me. Can you tell me what else you designed and built?
Of course. Here in Bristol, I worked on the floating harbour, which you can see around us here. There is Temple Meads Railway Station, as well as the Great Western Railway connecting Bristol and London, and perhaps most famously of all, the Clifton Suspension Bridge.
But visiting a city isn't always about the famous people and tourist attractions. It's also about the people who live and work here. This is the Bear Pit, a pedestrian subway in Bristol, which used to be a notorious area for drugs and crime. But the local residents started a community action programme and changed it into a space for everyone to use. I'm with Chris Chalkley. Can you tell me how the community uses this?
It has now been defined as a community action zone, which means that we are actually gradually taking control of this space from the state. And this is really important. And what we have here is something that's really rather exciting because it's local people actually getting on with their lives and doing stuff themselves. Something that actually the state stops us doing.
So this area is created by local people, for local people. Do you remember Mr. Brunel told us he'd built a bridge? He was in his early 20s when he entered a competition to build a new bridge over the River Avon, which is down there. And this is it, the Clifton Suspension Bridge. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, that's all from the beautiful town of Bristol. Next time we'll be on Bodmin Moor. See you then.
The Clifton Suspension Bridge is amazing.
It is. Brunel was an incredible engineer. He built bridges, railway stations, ships and many other things.
He really improved the city.
Yes, and today local people are still trying to improve it. Our question was, what did local residents do to improve the Bear Pit subway?
Let's watch it again.
This is the Bear Pit, a pedestrian subway in Bristol, which used to be a notorious area for drugs and crime. But the local residents started a community action programme and changed it into a space for everyone to use.
So the answer is, local residents started a community action programme and changed it into a space for everyone to use.
Isn't that street art good?
Yes, it's really colourful. It really makes the area look better.
It shows that if communities work together, they can really change a place.
Well, that's right. So, that's the end of today's programme. See you soon for the next That's English. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.